Welcome to the Pub Songs Podcast. My name is Mark Gunn. Look at that banner. And this is Finnegans Wake. Tim Finnegan lived in Walkland Street, a gentle Irishman, mighty odd. He had a brogue both thick and sweet, and a rise in the word he carried a heart. And I see the sort of a tippler's way. For the love of liquor, Tim was born. And to help him on his way each day, to drop with a crate there every morning. Back to the dog, that's the partner around the floor you're trying to shake. And in the air, the truth they tell you, lots of fun and Finnegans Wake. One morning Tim felt rather foul. His head felt heavy, which made him shake. He fell from the ladder and he broke his skull. Ow, they carried him home as corpse away. Well, they rolled him up in a nice clean sheet and laid him out upon the bed with a bottle of whiskey at his feet and a barrel of porter at his head. Whack the dog, left it partner around the floor you're trying to shake. And in the ear, the truth they tell you, lots of fun and Finnegans Wake. Well, Tim's friends assembled at the wake, and Widow Finnegan called for lunch. First she brought in tea and cake, then pipes, tobacco, and brandy punch. And Biddy O'Brien began to cry. Such a nice clean corpse did you ever see? Tim over him, why'd you die? Would you hold your gobs? Said Paddy McGee. Whack it on you, that's your partner around the floor you're trying to shake. Men in the air, the truth they tell you, lots of fun and Finnegans Wake. Now Maggie Malone took up the cry. Oh, Biddy, says she, you're wrong, I'm sure. Biddy gave her a whop up in the gob and sent her sprawling on the floor. Then so it soon engage. It was a woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, and a row and a ruction soon began. Whack it on you, that's your partner on the floor you're trying to shake. And in the air, the truth they tell you, lots of fun and Finnegans Wake. Then Paddy Maloney ducked his head when a bucket of whiskey flew at him. It missed and landed on the bed. The liquor scattered all over Tim. Well, the spirit's new life gave the corpse joy. Tim jumped like a Trojan from the bed, crying when he wallabies Carolyn boy. Tender and Jesus, do you think I'm dead? Whack it on you, your partner on the floor you're trying to shake. And in the air, the truth they tell you, lots of fun and Finnegans Wake. Whack it on you, your partner on the floor you're trying to shake. And in the air, the truth they tell you, lots of fun and Finnegans Wake. So welcome once again. My name is Mark Gunn, the Kilt Father, and this is a live Pub Songs podcast, part of something that I'm going to henceforth deem the Internet St. Patrick's Day Festival. Obviously not on St. Patrick's Day, but what can I say? I am a search engine optimization marketing whore. And so I might be using that title. Nevertheless, it'll be a week-long event building up for St. Patrick's Day. And in fact, there's really, in my mind, there's really a little point in trying to do actual St. Patrick's Day shows. Well, I don't know. We had to figure out a method of actually doing that. It's doubly difficult for me because, number one, St. Patrick's Day is also my birthday. Woo! So, yeah, trying to work all that out is extra hard. But then again, usually it's a gig day. Now, I don't necessarily have any gigs scheduled on the actual day of St. Patrick's Day, but that's here nor there. I'm just rambling now. I think I was like racing up to get this show in time to start at 9 a.m. And lo and behold, I did it. Now let's see if I can remember the lyrics of the song. Look at the coffin with golden handles. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody well dead? It's not the... So, looks like I'm already going to be changing the lyrics of the song. A friend of mine sent me a parody of Isn't It Grand, and I recorded it for my next album, Sci Fi Drinking Songs. Your part is when I say dead, you shout, brains, brains, brains. Look at the coffin with golden handles. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody undead? Brains, brains, there's no time for praying, just time for one bloody last cry. Ah! And always remember, the slower you run, the sooner you bloody well die. Look at the people screaming in terror. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody undead? Brains, brains, there's no time for praying. Just time for one bloody last cry. Ah! Always remember, the slower you run, the sooner you bloody well die. Look at the people screaming in terror. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody undead? Brains, brains, there's no time for praying or remembering lyrics, just time for one bloody last cry. Ah! And always remember, the slower you run, the sooner you bloody well die. Look at the preacher feasting on choir boys, nothing new. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody undead? Brains, brains, there's no time for praying. Just time for one bloody last cry. Ah! Always remember, the slower you run, the sooner you bloody well die. Look at the widow, she's next on the menu. Isn't it grand, boys, to be bloody undead? Brains, brains, there's no time for praying. Just time for one bloody last cry. Ah! Always remember, the slower you run, the sooner you bloody well die. Look at the whiskey, let's down the whole barrel. Then it's so grand, boys, to go hunting undead. Brains, brains, there's no time for praying. Just time for one bloody last cry. Ah! Always remember, the slower you run, the sooner you bloody well die. Look at the tombstone, so bloody pretty. Then up come the hands of another undead. Brains, brains, there's no time for praying. Just time for one bloody last cry. Ah! Always remember, the slower you run, the sooner you bloody well die. And always remember, the slower you run, the sooner you bloody well die. Oh boy, I think it's going to be one of those days where I'm not quite awake, and so trying to pull it all together. That's the problem with daylight saving time. Thank you, Lainey. Is it Lainey? Is that right? I have some people on group chat right now, and if you would like to join over on, I don't know if this is exclusive to Google Hangouts. I mean, if you do it over at the Google Plus page, or if you can do this also on YouTube. I don't think so. But I would love your comments no matter what. Hey, but if you go to the Google Plus page, I'm pretty sure you can join my the list of people who join the chat and listen in and have a grand time, and make comments too. Tell me what you want to hear, or what you want to hear me butcher. But yes, time change sucks. Daylight savings time. Whose brilliant idea was that? I know the answer to that, so you don't have to answer. But I wish it would go away. So, any politicians listening for St. Patrick's Day, get rid of daylight saving time. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. I'll tell my ma when I get home, the boys won't leave girls alone. Pull my hair and stole my comb, but that's alright till I get home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is a belle of Belfast City. She's a courtin' 1, 2, 3, please would you tell me who is she? Albert Mooney says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for her. They knock at the door and the ring at the bell, saying, oh my true love, are you well? Out she comes and says, white as snow, rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. Old Johnny Morrissey says she'll die, she lives with the fellow with the roving knife. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's a belle of Belfast City. She's a courtin' 1, 2, 3, please tell me who is she? Let the wind in the rain rain, the hail blow high, and the snow come tumbling from the sky. She's a sweet apple pie, she'll get her own left by and by. When she gets a lad of her own, she won't tell them off till she gets home. Let them all come as they will, for it's Albert Mooney that she loves still. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's a belle of Belfast City. She's a courtin', 1, 2, 3, please do tell me who is she? She is handsome, she is pretty, she's a belle of Belfast City. She's a courtin', 1, 2, 3, please do tell me who is she? Sven, I think you are right. That's probably the reason anyone is sick today is daylight savings time. For some reason, I don't know if it's maybe because my daughter went to bed at, well, she went to bed at 8:30, which would be 7:30 normal. So she woke up at 3 a.m., which would be 2 a.m. I don't know if that had something to do with it, but yeah, she was not happy waking up. We were not happy waking up. My wife set her alarm for 4:30, she said. 4:30, which of course, if you're familiar with French, faux is also false. It's fake 30, you could say. I hear some notes out of tune. So this week I got shows, like I said, every day this week. There we go. And every day 9 a.m., which of course is an ungodly hour for anyone, is my belief. But what are you gonna do? This seems like the best time for me to actually put together a show, and so I'm gonna stick with working on this particular, trying to get some nice fun songs for you to start your morning off right. This song is a new song that I learned recently, and it's really cool. I forget the guy who was who got it really popular. Someone requested it at the Irish House in New Orleans, and so I decided to learn it. It's called the Foggy Dew, as opposed to the Foggy Dew. Two different songs. Celtophilia t-shirt. If you didn't get your Celtophilia t-shirt, this is not it. This is the a different one they did last year. But I did a special Celtophilia t-shirt, which and Irish and Celtic Music podcast shirt, which you could get when you signed up to Songhenge. In fact, today I think is the last day that you can get the chance of getting it. Unfortunately, I don't know if you will get in time for St. Patrick's Day. To get it, you have to join Songhenge at songhenge.com. That is the fan club of me and the Irish and Celtic Music podcast. This is the Foggy Dew. When I was a bachelor, I lived all alone and I worked the weaver's trade. The only thing I did that was wrong was to woo a fair young maid. I wooed her in the winter time, part of the summer too. The only thing I did that was wrong was to keep her from the foggy dew. One night she came to my bedside while I was fast asleep. She threw her arms around my neck and she began to weep. She wept, she cried, she tore her hair. Ah, me, what could I do? And all night long I held her in my arms just to keep her from the foggy dew. I still am a bachelor, I live with my son and I work the weaver's trade. The only thing I did that was wrong was to woo. And if we change those lyrics, one. That's not the word. I still am a bachelor. I live with my son, and we work the weaver's trade. And every time I look into my boy's eyes, he reminds me of that fair young maid. He reminds me of the winter time, part of the summer too. And many nights I held her in my arms just to keep her from the foggy dew. He reminds me of the winter time, part of the summer too. Many nights I held her in my arms just to keep her from the foggy dew. Yeah, all right. This is going great so far, right? Are you enjoying yourselves? I hope so. That's good. Let's see. Where do you want to go? Where do I want to go next? I think I'm going to do a Scottish song. This one is it's a really happy, upbeat. Coffee sounds great. I'm going to make some more of that after this show. But I want to do next is a song that where did I learn this? It's called Maid Went to the Mill. It's on my CD, Scottish Songs of Drinking. No, Kilted For Her Pleasure. Yes. And it's another one of those songs that has a little bit of a subtle meaning. I think it seemed to be doing a couple of those. That one there obviously has its own. And this one does too. It goes like this. Maid went to the mill last night. Hey, so wanton. The maid went to the mill last night. Hey, so wantonly. She swore beneath the stars so bright that she should have a corn ground. She should have a corn ground. The miller grind so free. She said, and out came the miller's man. Hey, so wanton. Out came the miller's man. Hey, so wantonly. He swore he'd do the best he can. Put to have a corn ground. Put to have a corn ground. The miller grind so free. He bade her rest upon a sack. Hey, so wanton, he bade her rest upon a sack. Hey, so wantonly, her maidenhead went with a crack. And oh, she got a corn ground. Oh, she got a corn ground. The miller grind so free. It's easy up and easy down. Hey, so wanton, easy up and easy down. Hey, so wantonly, she scarce could tell her corn was ground. Oh, she got a corn ground. Oh, she got a corn ground. The miller grind so free. Months were past and gone, hey, so wanton. 9 months were past and gone, hey, so wantonly. This fair young maid brought forth a son, because she got a corn ground, because she got a corn ground. The miller grind so free. Her father bade her keep it in, hey, so wanton. Her father bade her keep it in, hey, so wantonly. Because the miller's man was a wealthy man, and oh, he got a corn ground, oh, he got a corn ground. The miller grind so free. Got a corn ground, the miller grind so free. All right, it's time to do something a little bit on the strange side. I think and that goes to my Irish drinking songs for cat lovers out there. I have that is a pet project of mine. Okay, let the moans begin. All right. You know, I kicked off the show when I started off the show with Finnegans Wake, and I immediately had this terror, and I think that was where it all started, of screwing up lyrics. I didn't screw up the lyrics, I don't think, but then I started thinking about the original, the parody that I made, which is Furagone's Wake, about a Sphinx cat. Those are the ones, you know, from Dr. Evil, Austin Powers. You know, that look like they have no hair Yeah, Sphinx cat. And so I'm going to go ahead and sing this song. Tim Furagone lived on Walkland Street, a gentle Sphinx cat, mighty-eyed. He had a meow, both thick and sweet, and then jump on a shelf, he landed with a thought. Now the cat had a sort of a nibbler's way. For the love of the herb, oh, Tim was born. And to help him on his way, each day he'd roll in catnip every morn. Whack for the dog and dance with laughter around the floor. Oh, flat just you, jump on a shelf, now what was shattered? Lots of fun at Furagone Wake. One morning Tim pounced on a fowl. Upon a rooftop his paws did skate. He fell from the roof, his ninth life gone. They carried him home, his corpse awake. They rolled him up in a shredded bed sheet. Laid him out upon the bed with a bottle of milk there at his feet and a ball of string at his head. Whack for the dogs and dance the laughter around the floor. Rats they'll chase, jump on the shelf, now what will shatter? Lots of fun at Furagone Wake. Now tomcats gathered at the wake. A fluffy Persian brought a fish for lunch. A calico shared her tuna fish steak, while an Abyssinian lapped catnip punch. Then Kitty O'Brien began to cry. Oh, it's sad to see such a young cat to lose 9 lives and bite your tail, says Patty Furry. Whack for the dog and dance the laughter around the floor. Rats they'll chase, jump on the shelf, now what will shatter? Lots of fun at Furagone Wake. Then Maggie Malone took Doctor and patted Sean under, ducked his head when a bucket of catnip flew at him. It missed and landed on the cat bed. The catnip scattered all over Tim. Well, spirits and life give the courtsman joy. Tim leaped like a lion from the bed. Ground for basic, bite your fur. If you waste my catnip, you make me mad. Whack the dogs and dance the laughter around the floor. Rats will chase, jump and shuffle, what will shatter? Lots of fun at Furagone Wake. Whack the dogs and dance the laughter around the floor. Rats will chase, jump and shuffle, what will shatter? Lots of fun at Furagone Wake. All right, here is. So a long time ago in Ireland, there was a terrible period in history when the English were cutting down all the trees of Ireland to build these massive ships. It was a very terrible period in Irish history because trees are very important to the Irish. Most notably, of course, is well, for religious reasons, you know. But there is, of course, another reason that trees are important, and that is for barrels. Use wood to make barrels to make your whiskey. Now, when you pour whiskey into a barrel, the whiskey sort of mixes with the wood, and it creates this nice, sometimes smoky, oaky flavor, and it's yummy and stuff, and delicious. And my mouth is watering. But you can only use a barrel a few times before the whiskey sort of gets stuck in the wood, and you can't really use it. Then what do you do with it? You toss it. Well, that's not what the Irish. The Irish, in fact, were the first recyclers. In fact, if you look at the Irish harp, you know, the Irish green Irish harp, turn it to sideways. They're the ones who came up with the logo for the recycle symbol. In fact, yeah, it was based on the Irish harp. No, really. Now you know. So the Irish decided to recycle. So what they did is they took cider and they poured cider into a big old barrel, and that barrel, some of that whiskey that was in the wood, kind of seeped back in and created a drink we call Johnny Jump Up. I tell you the story that happened to me one day as I went down to Gore by the sea. The sun it was bright and the day it was warm. Says I a quiet pint wouldn't do me no harm. Hey! And I called for a bottle of stout. Says the barman, I'm sorry, all the beer's sold out. Try whiskey or Patty. 10 years in the woods, says I'll try cider. I heard that it's good. Oh, I'll never again. If I live to be 100 or 110, I fell to the ground and I could not get up. Had to drink in a quart of the Johnny Jump Up. After going a third, I made straight for the yard where I bumped into the big civic guard. Come here, my boy. Why don't you know I'm the law? Well, I up with my fist and I shattered his jaw. He fell to the up, but it wouldn't die here. 'Twas the Johnny jump up. The next thing I met down in your but seat was a cripple on crutches. He says, I'm afraid for me life. I have been hit by a cart. Won't you help me on down to the Celtic bar? The downing a pint of the cider so sweet. Well, he threw down his crutches and danced on his feet. Oh, I'll never again if I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground and I could not get up. Had to drink in a quart of the Johnny jump up. Well, I went up the Lee Road, a friend for the sea. They called the madhouse. Court by the Lee, and when I got there, sure the truth I will tell. Well, they had the poor bugger locked up in a cell. Said the guards testing him, say these words you can. Run the wicked rocks, ragged rascal ran. To him, not crazy, to him, I'm not mad. It was only 6, 7, 12 pints I had. I'll never again till I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground and could not get up. Had to drink in a quart of that Johnny jump up. Well, the man died in the mines with the name of McNobb. They washed him and laid him outside on the slab bed. After the corners, the measurements should take. Well, his wife to come home to a bloody fine weight. About 12 o'clock, the beer was high. The corpse he sat up and he says to sigh, I can't get to heaven, they won't let me up till I bring them a quart of the Johnny jump up. Oh, I'll never again if I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground and could not get up. Had to drink in a quart of the Johnny jump up. Oh, I'll never again if I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground and I could not get up. Had to drink in a quart of the Johnny jump up. Oh, I'll never again if I live to be 100 or 110. I fell to the ground and I could not get up. Had to drink in a quart of that Johnny jump up. Thanks so much. I think it's time to go do another request. And this is for one of my oldest songs that I wrote that I still play a lot. It's called The Bridge. Was it something I said that made you angry with me? Made you dig a deep river to keep you from me? Oh, the water is rushing, come to sweep me away. Unless I die of sorrow, I will cross it today. I would build a bridge 100 meters long, see the other side. What I did wrong, yes, they don't hate me, but I guess that I'm scared. With the river between us, you no longer care. I would build a boat, paddle against all sorrow, and if I sail down the river, I'll be back again tomorrow. I would face cold death, run and leap your side, and if I fall in the river, I'll be warmed by your side. I would build a bridge 100 meters long, see the other side. What I did wrong, yes, they don't hate me, but I guess that I'm scared. With the river between us, you no longer care. I would beg forgiveness for the pain that I fed, and I will find the source wherever you bled. Then I'll close the gates to the dam I built there, and never again will we have anything to fear. I would build a bridge 100 meters I'm scared, but with the river between us, we no longer care. Well, I never knew that your tears ran so deep. When I've damned those tears, I will kiss your sweet cheek and I'll hold you close till all tears finally cease, and I'll sing you a lullaby and bring you peace. I would build a bridge 100 meters long, see the other side. What I did wrong, yes, they don't hate me, but I guess that I'm scared. With the river between us, I no longer care. I would build a bridge 100 meters long, see the other side. What I did wrong, yes, they don't hate me, but I guess that I'm scared. With the river between us, I no longer care. And with the bridge between us, I know that you'll care. Thank you so much. I hope you are enjoyed this show. I'm gonna finish up with one final song, and I will be back again hopefully tomorrow. There might be a small chance that I might not be back. There's an appointment might be having. I will let you know on Facebook later today. So and that song is actually from a CD, a couple CDs actually I did, but the latest one is called The Bridge, which is actually one of my absolute favorite CDs. It's one of the best produced albums ever. It was produced by Rich Brotherton, and it just sounds amazing, the whole album. A lot of ballads and such. So if you like it, check it out. You can find all the links in the show notes at pubsong.com. And of course, if you enjoy the music, please support the music. You can buy something. You can make a donation at songhinge.com, or you can join as a fan club member and show your support that way too. It's a pretty decent price for a yearly membership. I think $50 a year, and you get lots of cool stuff, including some free downloads by a lot of Celtic bands. Because I do host the Irish and Celtic Music podcast, which is the largest podcast of independent Celtic music online, and it's an award-winning, top-ranked show on iTunes. Usually, it's up in the top 40 for music podcasts, so it's pretty awesome. So give it a listen to, CelticMusicPodcast.com. I will finish up with one final song, and I had it in my brain just a moment ago. I got it. I remember now. This is Famine Scotland. Oh, flower of Scotland, when will we see your like again? That fought and died for your Aben hill and glen, and stood against him, proud Edward's army, and sent him homeward to think again. Those days are past now, and in the past they must remain, but we can still rise now and be a nation again that stood against him, proud Edward's army, and sent him homeward to think again. Those days are past now, and in the past they must remain, but we can still rise now and be a nation again that stood against him, proud Edward's army, and sent him homeward to think again. Past now, and in the past they can still rise now and be a nation again that stood against him. Proud Edward's army and sent him homeward to think again and stood against him. Proud Edward's army and sent him homeward to think again. Thanks so much for listening. My name is Mark Gunn, the Celt Father. Find out more at markgunn.com or pubsong.com and support Celtic music. That'd be awesome. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Sláinte.